Hello, hello, hello. This is Linda G. Robert, your Back in the Groove Again coach, here to help you live your best life now so you can love what you do. Today, I am here because it's the last of my daily habit change reports. I've made a decision and I've decided this about a couple of days ago that I wasn't going to be doing the challenge that I initiated about 2.5 weeks ago. I wasn't going to be doing it till the end of the month anymore. And there are different reasons, and I'll just mention I'll just mention a few reasons. Number one, I noticed that I was getting busier. I was getting a lot busier, and it was nearly, I don't want to say impossible, but very challenging to get my walk in, the 45-minute walk. I could walk, but maybe for half an hour every day. It was becoming challenging to do that. It was becoming challenging to read and to meditate as well. As my days got busier, I found that I wasn't reading as often, or I wasn't walking as much, or I wasn't doing as much exercise as I wanted to. So I thought, you know what? I'm okay with the changes that I've made. I've really made significant changes. For example, I hardly use my phone anymore. I've noticed that I've had to use my phone to check one particular app, and then my friends still called me, or they used the messaging system. So I needed to use it. And besides, there are certain websites now that ask you to have a double authentication. So they send the code through the phone. And I'm thinking, okay, I guess I have to use the phone. So there are reasons more and more now, I think, that we have to use our phone. So I've decided that, you know what, I'm going to use my phone, but I know that I'm not going to use it to the same extent that I used to use it. I know I'm going to continue walking. I may not be able to walk every day, but I'm striving to walk every day. My intention is to walk every day and to continue that for as long as I can. And if I don't do it every day, that's okay. I can do it the next day, right? Because when things get busy, and I'm thinking, oh my, I didn't have a chance to walk, then if I was really hard pressed on getting everything done, I probably would not have slept as well. I probably would be worried and concerned and maybe do my walk really late at night when it wouldn't have been practical. So, some of the things that you want to challenge yourself, you need to ask yourself, and that's what I had to do. I need to ask myself, is this still important to me today? Is this still important? And the walking is still important for sure. The reducing the phone, the use of the phone, that's still important. I can't eliminate it altogether. Uh, Doing weights, because I was lifting weights, that's still important. Is it important for me to read a personal development book? No, not so much. Am I going to stop reading? No, I'm going to continue reading, but I'm not going to read every day. The eating after 8 o'clock, here's what's been going on. Because I've been so busy, I've been eating at uh, 8 till about 10 after 8. So after 10 after 8 or so, I haven't eaten. So to be honest, that's a pretty good deal. Except I have to tell you, last Friday, I decided to order myself a pizza, and that was after 8, had to be around 8:30 or so. I remember sharing a few weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, that um, I associate having worked hard with treating myself. And so that's what I ended up by doing last Friday. I treated myself because I have been working really, really hard. And I happened to treat myself to a vegetarian pizza. I had a few pieces of pizza, and I thought it was something that I thought of. I made a conscious decision, so it wasn't just because that's what I usually do is I eat after 8 o'clock. So in other words, when we choose to do something or to stop something, how about if we think about it first? instead of it becoming a habit, instead of something that is habitual and we do it just because we do it, or just because we're so used to doing it, what I'm going to be doing, and I'm suggesting this to you too, is to really think about it. Is this something that I want? Is this something that's still important to me? Is this something that, will be helpful to me or not? Which means the decision to do something is becoming more mindful, right? And I've talked about mindful in other lives as well. Mindful is really being aware of what's happening in this very present moment. And I noticed a couple of weeks ago that, well, even before my challenge, I should say, that I was eating after 8 o'clock more for loneliness, more because I was lonely. And that's not always a good thing, right? If I get lonely every day, then it's really not, it's not a good thing to eat every day after 8 o'clock, for example. So I really need to be aware of that, of why am I eating? And I have to admit that last Friday, when I think about it now, I went through, was it Friday or Saturday? I think it might have been Saturday, maybe not Friday. I went through a bout of feeling lonely, and I remembered that feeling. I remember feeling, oh man, I'm feeling so alone. And I remember, because I was feeling alone, of thinking of ordering something to eat, and I did order something to eat. So it's interesting when you notice the relationship between one thing and the next. And of course, the idea is to challenge yourself to do something different. The other thing too that I want to just mention, this is related more to mindfulness more than what I was talking about with my daily habit change, is oftentimes when we get an urge to do something. In mindfulness, we say, ride the wave, ride the wave. So I didn't ride the wave on Saturday night. I, what's the right word here? I don't have the right word here. Sorry, guys. But I went with my natural habit, which is order a pizza. But if I would have tried to ride the wave, ride the wave means, when I'm noticing a certain sensation, let's pretend that I'm noticing an itch. Like right now, I'm noticing this is itchy right here. Now, instead of scratching right away and being impulsive and scratch right away and doing what I habitually do, it would be to scratch, relieve that. I would ride the wave, because everything has a beginning, a crest, and an end, just like waves. Waves will start, they'll have a crest, and then they'll start decreasing again. And sometimes that itch, if I don't pay attention to it, it's gone, right? So riding the wave is about being aware that this has a start, it's going to have a peak, and it's going to end. So that'll be an interesting challenge that I plan on trying the next time that I become aware that I'm doing this to combat loneliness, for example, in this case. So that's it. I've decided that I'm going to continue certain things for sure, but I'm going to be using my phone a little bit more, not to the extent that I wasn't before. And I'm going to be, compassionate. And I've always been more compassionate towards me, but when I am challenging myself to do something and I'm not as successful as I want to, it's okay. And I tell myself that, you know what? It's okay. You're doing really good. It's okay to do this. It's okay to take a break from that today. It's all right. So I will continue to do what I wanted to do, but just not to the extent that I said, well, I'm going to have to do this, because I don't have to do it, right? I don't have to do it. It's important to me to be healthy. It's important to me to curb my habitual, or my habits, my bad habits, but it's also important to me to know when it's all right to just relax and to chill out, right? So that's it. That's it. And I'm curious, I know that somebody's watching me right now. Have you ever try to do something and challenge yourself to do something. I'm just wondering if you've ever done that before, if you've ever tried to challenge yourself and have been successful, in challenging yourself. Because, you want to still take it a day at a time. You still want to take it a day at a time. And I think what I would do the next time, instead of saying I'm going to do this for 45 days, I might intend on doing it for 45 days, but I'm not going to look at the whole 45 days because I think that can be overwhelming to think, oh my God, I'm going to have to do this for 45 days. How about if I say, you know what, my intention is to do this for the next 45 days, but I'm still going to take it one day at a time. And so today, here's what my intention is. I think that might work better for us. So, you want to try different things, especially when you're trying to curb bad habits. You might need support as well to curb some bad habits. That's where, coaching comes in as well. A supportive group comes in as well. All right. So that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being there and for listening to me rant about how challenging certain things were during the last 2.5 weeks now. Well, I started this on the 24th of April. So how many weeks is that? 24th of April. Let's see, 24th, that's 1, that's 2. 2.5 weeks. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. I'm happy with that. That's a thumbs up, man. That's a thumbs up. All right. Have a great day. And I'll see you Friday, 4 o'clock. I'm doing a series now, and you might be aware of this series. It's a series on how to manage change. I'm going to be providing you with some more tips on Friday at 4 o'clock, how to improve your resilience and manage change. See you at 4 o'clock on Friday, Eastern Standard Time. Bye now. Have a great day.